Hi, I'm Josanne Wright Callender, the author of the Happy Little Garbage Truck picture book and educational program. And last week we were talking about some of the qualities that help develop a positive mindset, because these are the qualities that also build healthy self esteem, which is what my program is about. It's an educational program that teaches social skills as well as literacy. And the social skills of this particular book have to do a lot with self esteem and what can we do to build that in our children. So, we talked about optimism last week. This week is acceptance. And or actually today, because we're going to take one of six different traits and take a closer look at each one of them. But acceptance, this is a quality that has a lot to do with when things don't turn out the way you're expecting. You are able to use that as a foundation, a touch point, and what to do next time to do a better job. It gives you an reveals to you some of the qualities that you need to improve on. You accept, okay, I didn't get the prize, I didn't win the honor, but I didn't get that grade, but I can accept that. And what can I do next time so that I could do a better job? And so this was one of the six traits that Courtney Ackerman's article, What is Positive Mindset, referred to. And I wanted to give her a credit before we moved on. And I'll give a link to her article in the description box below. But I was introduced to acceptance back when I was in elementary school. We had teacher, Mr. Spindler, who was our gym teacher. And I think he was an ex-Marine, because he was just so, he really put us through the paces. I'll say it like that. But dodgeball was one of my favorite games. And I don't know if they still play that today. When I was teaching in my special ed classrooms, we did not play that game the way Mr. Spindler played it in my class, because he did a job that put us on guard. I'll say it like that too, because in this game, you used a red rubber ball, and it was in the gym, and there's only so many places you can run, but two different teams would have access to the ball, and there's a line dividing the two teams, and you would throw the ball trying to hit someone's legs. That was the rule. You couldn't hit them above, their it had to be not in the torso, but anything below. So it was mostly their legs, and sometimes the ball did go higher. And you weren't disqualified, but the aim was lower. You would try to hit their legs to get them out. And as they got out, they would sit on the sideline until the next game. And believe me, we would play this game with true veracity for, I don't know, 30, 40 minutes. Um, there were really good ball throwers in that class. I was not one of them, but I found that I could run pretty fast and jump over as I watched other people's techniques. So I was a dodger and a runner. And the funny thing to me was that even the best of the throwers and the dodgers would be challenged by Mr. Spindler getting in the game himself. And he was excellent at throwing. He had an incredible aim. And so it taught even the best dodgeball players that there was someone better than them. Um, it gave us a picture of, okay, you can't always win. And it was fun. It may not sound fun, but it was fun to us. We were kids, and it was just a way to get a lot of energy out of our bodies and running around. So when I had my special ed classroom, and I had children mostly in the last 10 years, I taught classes with children who had different varying degrees of autism, and it was a spectrum. We had children who had Asperger's syndrome, and we had some children who were mild to moderate. And so we had some children with, I believe it was pervasive developmental disorder, not otherwise specified, which was PDD and OS. And but the different various amounts that the children had autism, I I noticed that they were just not. No one had challenged the children, so we had musical chairs, and to me it was a fun game. But I found out this other aspect of it, that the children hadn't been challenged, because when they missed the chair sitting down when the music stopped, they were really upset and would, begin to cry. And we didn't want that to be the option. We just wanted them to see, okay, you see a chair, sit down in it as soon as you see it. It was just following the rules of the game and trying to be the last person. So what we did was we had a whole bunch of stuffed toys. We gave the child a stuffed toy and said, okay, sit over here until the next musical chairs game. And, the children accepted that they didn't get a chair, but they also saw that they can get a stuffed toy to, sit with, and it was comforting. And this was the first game that we played ever. And I just didn't know that it would be received that, the children would be that um, sensitive about not getting a chair. So we built some capacity in the children by letting them have the stuffed toy. And during the semester, we played this game over and over, like every Friday, and the capacity started increasing. And it was incredible to watch. They wouldn't need the stuffed toy after a while. They would just be looking, okay, I'm going to do better the next time. So acceptance can be built in each one of us. And it's when we see that something that we really, really wanted didn't come to pass, but we're developing the ability to recover from that thing that we didn't get. And if we could build that into children, can you imagine how much more resilient the children will be when they face other challenges in their lives? And they'll be able to become a much more resilient adult, which is what we're really working toward. So tomorrow we're going to talk about resilience more in depth. And I wanted to just thank you for being with us today. And we'll see you tomorrow. Okay, bye.